To see what democracy looks like when its institutions are under threat and its very survival is in question, we came to Istanbul. The streets were filled with supporters of President Erdogan, who's been riding a wave of popularity that has kept him in power for 15 years. For a while, he was the face of a hopeful, modern Islam, an outlier in a region torn by conflict and tyranny. But over the past 2 years, he's jailed tens of thousands of dissidents, professors, lawyers, journalists, anyone he wants, without trial. Now he's called snap elections, hoping to return to office with more power than ever before.
Güçlü hükümet için kükremeye var mıyız? Ben inanıyorum İstanbul'da bu iş bitti.
His critics fear that he's driving Turkey towards a dictatorship, that Turkey will soon be synonymous with Erdogan.
Okay.
Ahmet Çik was one of Turkey's most fearless investigative journalists. Then Erdogan's government jailed him twice. He was released in March, but he could end up back in prison. In the meantime, he decided to run for an opposition seat in parliament.
Gazetecilik dışında da bir söz söyleme ve bu önümüzdeki seçim ben hep varlık yokluk savaşı olarak niteliyorum.
Kendilerinden olmayan her canlıya düşman bir anlayış var. Ve birinci düşmanları da bakın şu oturduğumuz parkta temsiliyet olan yeşil. Ve hatta ittifaka gerek kalmadan kendi partilerin de mecliste olabildiği bir seçim sistemini hepimiz istiyor, talep ediyor ve hak ediyor.
İktidarın istediği biçimde sonuçlanırsa bu seçim, beni yine hapse atacaklar, bundan eminim.
Erdogan's supporters are mainly pious and conservative working-class Turks. They tout him as their champion, a kid from one of Istanbul's blue-collar neighborhoods who thrust Turkey forward and unleashed a booming economy.
Yani hizmeti görmemek için yalnızca kör olmak gerekmiyor. Biraz da eşek olmak gerekiyor yani. Bu tarafımızda da tünel var, şuramızda da tünel. İki tarafımızda tünel var yani.
Türkiye yenilendi, modernize oldu. Sanki kendimiz bunu yaşıyoruz, birebir yaşıyoruz.
That sense of collective accomplishment, it's lifted Erdogan to become a symbol of national pride.
Cumhurbaşkanımız bizim idolümüzdür.
Many people here see Erdogan as a moderate advocate of Muslim values who managed to push out the secular elite that had ignored the country's religious majority for decades. His party is hosting a sundown meal for Ramadan in the streets. Among many reforms, Erdogan expanded religion in school curriculums and allowed women to wear headscarves in official institutions.
This is my choice, first of all. This is the freedom. They give it to me. This is our right to have it.
But for every Turk who praises Erdogan's reforms, there's one who will tell you that there is a disturbing subtext. Dissent is not tolerated. This is Yarın, a college freshman who was in prison for 2 months along with 13 other classmates for attending a protest on campus.
Erdoğan'ın ilk iktidar olduğunu ben hatırlamıyorum çünkü sanırım 2 yaşında falandım. Yani dediğim hiçbir şeyi söyleyemiyorum, ondan sonra düşündüğümü söyleyemiyorum, olduğum gibi olamıyorum.
Yarın isn't alone. We visited the newsroom of Cumhuriyet, Turkey's oldest newspaper, and one of the last independent voices in the country. In recent years, Erdogan has become one of the most prolific jailers of journalists in the world. 14 of Cumhuriyet's executives and journalists were convicted of aiding terrorism. They're out of jail now, pending appeal, but they're back at work, determined to expose the government that's been trying to silence them.
Şu halka yani burada yok, burada yeni bir sistem kuruyor.
Tek adamın şeması diyeceksin. Yani.
Tek adam şeması belki dediğin gibi.
Ya öyle bir şey derse
yani dışlıyor aslında iyi başlıyor. Ne diyorsun Faruk?
As the opposition tries to defy Erdogan, its greatest advantage right now is a sudden downturn in the economy. We traveled to Ordu, a village on the Black Sea, to ask ordinary people how they're faring. More than 20% of the world's hazelnuts ship from this one corner of the country. Muvaffak Aydemir, a farmer, said the slump is leaving him empty-handed.
Yani emeğin karşılığını alınmıyor. Şimdi emeğin karşılığını alamayınca ya buradan göç başlıyor ya da fındık bahçesine bakmıyor adam.
Later, Muvaffak went to a farmers' union meeting to debate who to support in the upcoming election.
Bugün Sayın Cumhurbaşkanı Recep Tayyip Erdogan dedi ki biz üreticinin yanındayız. Yahu arkadaş biz bu sözü her sene dinliyoruz yahu. Bakın biz soyuluyoruz. Bizimle alay ediyorlar ya. Bizi adam yerine koymuyorlar. Adam.
Their frustration, echoed in small towns across the country, is shaking Erdogan's rural base.
Yürüyeceğimiz çok iş var, yol var.
To a country at a crossroads, Erdogan's message about the future sounds either promising or terrifying.
Yapacağımız daha çok iş var.